Here we're going to get into game number 4 and see if LosirA can win the series or if GOMTV can tie up the series and bring it to an ace match. And here at the left side of the map is in fact our underdog at the moment. It is GOMTV. And he's playing against a former Code A winner, actually, in LosirA up at the top right. Correct me if I'm wrong, by the way. I'm pretty sure he won Code A. I know he got to the finals, but I don't remember if he won that finals or if he got second place in the finals. That would have been funny if he got second place in Code A as well, but I don't think so. In any case, so we do have, let's see, GOMTV. He's done the extractor trick to get an extra drone out, which means he's probably, well, actually we're going to see what he's going to do. Sometimes people do that just to get an extra drone out and then they continue to do hatchery first or something like that. We're probably going to see a 14 gas pool is what I expect. Nope, never mind. That point has passed. Neither player has made an extractor yet, so we might actually see a fast expand out of both players, which would be ridiculous. By the way, this map is Metropolis, the distant cousin of Metalopolis. You know, if you go to Metalopolis and you get on the freeway and you take the on-ramp and you go across the ferry, I guess you probably have to take a ferry because there's no bridge actually going from Metalopolis. So you probably have to take a ferry of some kind. You go across town or across the county and Metropolis is on the other side. And we do have fast expansions from both players. And then gas into pool for pretty much both players as well. The gas pool is a lot earlier for GOMTV. Well, not a lot earlier, but a little bit earlier for GOMTV. He, that means that LosirA probably snuck in one or two drones extra before going ahead and making that tech. So that's going to be, again, the build order advantage to LosirA. And, GOMTV, or LosirA, he's got his Overlord there, but he hasn't actually spotted the pool. That's a little strange. He would want to be on top of that pool timing and know exactly what was going on there. And okay, now he sees the pool, so that's good. You need to know what that timing is, and if he'd seen that timing, then that helps him know. I mean, he could count the drones as well, but it helps him know, okay, my pool's a little bit later. That means I got an extra drone in. That means I have the econ advantage, and I just have to play a little bit safe, and I'll be fine. Actually, he doesn't have to play very safe at all. 1 or 2 drones difference isn't a big deal, but it does mean it's a little bit of an advantage for LosirA. And yeah, again, everything just coming out a little tiny bit quicker for GOMTV, getting his queens out a tiny bit earlier, getting his speed upgrade a little bit earlier, about 10-15 seconds. So again, and the reason why that is like I've said before, it's especially crucial in Zerg versus Zerg that, you know, basically if you pool later and it's close, then you have the advantage because the time it takes for the enemy Zerglings to get across the map is counters the fact that they get it early. So that's why having it later is actually better in that situation. Unless, of course, you want to be aggressive. Then you want to have it earlier. But so in this case, they're so close that having the later pool is going to be the advantage. It's going to be the econ advantage overall. And takes out the spine crawler. Or I'm sorry, this creep tumor. That was actually pretty big. Is he going to get a drone as well? Oh my gosh, GOMTV gets the creep tumor, gets the drone. Is he going to get a scout in? No, does not get a scout in. The scout is denied by that queen on the ramp. And but that was pretty big, not too bad. Gets that creep tumor. That's 25 energy that the queen could not use for an inject. Skipped an inject in order to get that creep tumor. So that was pretty cool. Bailing's now morphing for LosirA. And he knows that GOMTV's been super aggressive this whole time. And so he's actually just going ahead and getting those banelings almost blindly. I mean, it's standard procedure to get banelings immediately after a quick expansion in ZVZ anyway, just because they can always just rush you. And look at that Overlord. Overlord sees the banelings morphing, and LosirA, this is going to be a crucial moment here. He did a round of drones after the Morphos banelings. Oh, nice, pulling the injured drones away. Nicely done. He did a round of drones, so he's going to have a lot more. And he's making even more drones. He needs some units here. He only has a handful of banelings. Even though he sees those banelings morphing, we just heard the banelings go off on each other. We didn't get a shot of it, unfortunately, but it looks like LosirA obliterated all of GOMTV's banelings with his own, and as a result, LosirA is now way ahead because he did 2 rounds of drones. I mean, look at the supply, 44 to 38. Doesn't seem like a lot, but the drone count, I believe, is 10 ahead for LosirA. We're going to get a unit count at some point. But, yeah, this is really bad for GOLIZR. He does have a spine crawler, though, so what that means is that he can actually... Oh, is he going to get a drone? Gets a drone. Even farther ahead for LosirA. What that spine crawler means is that he doesn't quite have to... Yeah, there we go, 42 to 31. LosirA is way ahead. And he should know it, so he's just going to make a roach warren and start pumping out roaches. And there we go. Actually, roach is already on the way for GOLIZR. I forgot that GOLIZR had already made his roach warren. But again, LosirA, at this point, he can just basically out-macro GOLIZR, as long as he doesn't commit too much to units when GOLIZR is droning an attack late or something like that. Let GOLIZR catch up. He should be fine, and that's not getting anywhere. Baneling leading the charge. Oh, kills 3 Zerglings, not too bad. +1 attack being upgraded for the roaches for both GOLIZR and LosirA, but GOLIZR is actually a little bit ahead in this. So he kind of realized that his attack wasn't going to work, and he's again switched up tech a little bit quicker than LosirA, but LosirA with the econ advantage. Again, it's the same sort of thing, where even though he's going to have roaches out earlier, then LosirA still has the advantage in the econ. Now, here's the thing, though. That doesn't actually stand with the upgrades, because you can attack. You can get your roach warren up, and the roaches still have to walk across the map. But you can attack right when +1 attack finishes if you want to. And so that might be what GOLIZR is planning on doing, is continue to make roaches and Zerglings. He's starting to move across the map. +1 is going to be finished way ahead of LosirA. This could be what GOLIZR needs to take control of this game back into his favor and possibly even win it to bring the series to a tie. It's going to be close. LosirA scouting for a third base, wants to make sure that GOLIZR is not trying to out-econ him right now, and +1 is almost finished. Is he going to attack with the +1 weapons? It looks like he is. Banelings are morphing as well. Zerglings being rallied to the front to join in this attack, and he's killing off those rocks as well. A good move. Killing off those rocks enables him to have a better concave, but here he goes in. Zerglings going in. Banelings leading the charge. Take out the spine crawler. Much better concave for LosirA, though. GOLIZR forced to fall back. Here comes the more Zerglings coming in. Banelings for LosirA charging in as well. GOLIZR has the upgrade advantage for LosirA, has more units, and he steps forward to enable all of his units to attack. And that is going to do it. GOLIZR gets forced back, and LosirA is giving chase right now. He's probably not going to kill GOLIZR right now, but +1 weapons is just finished for LosirA, and so now GOLIZR doesn't even have an upgrade advantage. He's got no tech advantage. They're even in tech, and GOLIZR just has less of an economy. So it looks like it's definite advantage for LosirA. Of course, he can still overcommit. GOLIZR is not out of this yet, but it's still pretty close. Well, I haven't seen GOLIZR putting any drones into his economy. GOLIZR does have a much better army here. If that Baneling can kill off all those Zerglings, though, whoa, that was close. If that Baneling, if he can get any Banelings out to kill those Zerglings, it'll be huge. And oh no, Banelings going in. They do massive damage to the roach count. Banelings coming in for GOLIZR as well, killing all the reinforcement Zerglings of GOLIZR. And it looks like GOLIZR is barely going to force him back. No, not quite. He's still charging in. More Zerglings coming in here. That one Baneling waiting to see if GOLIZR gets out any more Zerglings. And the superior economy of LosirA enables him to pump out more units. And it looks like he's going to press it home right here. Can GOLIZR get out enough units to hold off this attack? More units streaming in for LosirA. Looks like this is going to be the game. LosirA on the verge of clinching a spot in the finals of this Arena of Legends. All it takes is 2 little letters for GOLIZR, and LosirA will be in the finals. And those letters are coming soon, ladies and gentlemen. 41 drones to 29. Huge economy for LosirA. GOLIZR's last few roaches are on the ropes. And it looks like a few more Zerglings do pop out. He's going to be able to barely hold this off for the moment. Is LosirA going to regroup and attack again, or is he just going to keep up this assault? It looks like he's just rallying more forward, more and more and more, and LosirA has gotten a third base up in the meantime, by the way, which means that he's just got 50% extra production with the extra economy going on, so he can afford to just basically throw units as GOLIZR gets close to come. GG coming from GOLIZR, and LosirA dominates the first semifinal, and is going ahead and going to the finals of this Arena of Legends tournament. Very, very quick series between LosirA and GOMTV. Not too long at all, but remember, Marine King versus Dongregu is going to be the second series, and that is going to be off the chain. I can feel it. It's going to be awesome. Marine King Dongregu, it's going to be a much longer series. I can almost guarantee it. It's going to be a TVZ, and neither player loses to rushes. Neither of those players loses to rushes very often in TVZ, so it's probably not going to be quick games. But we're going to find out pretty soon. Stay tuned. We're going to take about 5 minutes to have a quick break here. Do not go anywhere. The epic series of Marine King versus Dongregu to see who will get into the finals of the King of Kongs tournament is coming up next.